Alright everybody, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR, and today I'm joined by little naughty Peanut, who's hunting for snacks. Today I want to talk about the drive-by-wire versus drive-by-cable debate, my opinion on the matter. This comes up every once in a while, and I told some of you subscribers that I would do a video on it and why I prefer what I prefer. So let's get started here. The short version is I prefer drive-by-wire, and everybody, every OE does. Every vehicle for the past 10 years or more has had an electronic throttle. In some cases longer. You can find drive-by cable stuff for LS stuff from 99 to 03. They went either way. It seems like the nicer like SUVs like the Yukons and things like that got electronic throttles. My 8.1 liter truck had an electronic throttle. I think all the 8.1 liter trucks had electronic throttles. So there is some 99 to 03 stuff that's electronic, and all the 411 PCMs can do either or. From 04 on, they went drive-by-wire with everything but vans. And then vans, I think in 08, switched to drive-by-wire. And everything across the board currently is drive-by-wire, and there's reasons for that. The pros of each, and I'll touch on it. Drive-by cable, people like it because you just hook the cable up and you're done. You get a longer cable, probably, if you're swapping from something that had a carb, you'll probably need a longer cable. The donor cable out of the SUV is fine. It's more than long enough. And you're done. You hook it up. So that's nice. You don't have to worry about mounting a pedal or anything else. Repinning one like I did on my C10. But the flip side is that drive-by-wire is superior at literally everything else. Literally, absolutely every facet. And I know people are out there screaming at their screens right now, "You're stupid! My dad has a Silverado, and I kick that pedal like he kicks me after he's had 5 wobble pops, and it don't go." That's tuning. That's all that is tuning. There's nothing else to it but tuning, and I'll show you guys in a moment. My new Ram had a huge lag in the pedal, and it was all tuning. It's all tuning. And what tuning gives, tuning can take away. So if tuning gives you a big lag, tuning can take away a big lag. Also, that kind of lag can be helpful. I've seen some interesting people doing some interesting work on LS factory PCMs for inputs and outputs and adding things like that. I'm sure you can do it on the Holley stuff if you wanted to, but you could have a legit pedal throttle control, traction control. We set this up on one of my race cars, I don't know, 20 years ago with an MSD7 and a Hall effect sensor before they banned it and said it wasn't legal. But yeah, you can pull pedal out of it, or pull timing is what we did then. You can pull pedal out of it or add it in, whatever you want to do. Daryl is so snappy that I have to detune the sensitivity of the pedal. And in the tune, we'll just switch over to the screen real quick. In the tune, you can do that a couple different ways, and it's airflow, electronic throttle, and then there's desired throttle area, and you can't go too far out of bounds here, but you see when you're at 25%, it's actually only commanding 8%. Now, I'm going to warn you that you may be tempted to just go in there and say, "I want my throttle to do what I say it's got to do and nothing else." If you go in there and put 25%, it'll probably error out, freak out, and go into limp mode. But you can bump these tables up to your liking, or bring them down to your liking, whatever you need to do. There's no reason to deal with a laggy pedal. So this one's set up for 100% throttle location. Yeah, you can go in there and tune it, and it's not a big deal, and it'll 100% work better. It's easier to tune under boost. I don't know why people think that their leg is faster than the speed of light traveling down a wire, but my foot's better. No, it's really not. It's all in the tuning. So this is how easy it is to hook up speed control with drive-by-wire. It's just, I think there's 5 wires altogether. This is a diagram off 67 to 72 Chevy Trucks forum. YouTube user Rusty Wrenches has a better diagram if you guys want to check that out. This is, I use the Rostra switch. And it's the same one that he has. You have to do some relay trickery, but you don't have to go get a box. You don't have to pull a little cable. You don't have to have a second cable. None of that. None of that is necessary. So, I don't know. I just prefer drive-by-wire. I don't see any reason to monkey around with drive-by cable. And as time goes on, you know, when we get into the Gen 4 and Gen 5 stuff, it's just not practical to jump through hoops to switch back to drive-by cable. Now, with all that said, what I'm going to say is whatever you have right now, if you're just, you know, one of my average subscribers trying to do burnouts for cheap and have money left over for cheeseburgers, it doesn't matter. Whatever you pulled it out of the junkyard with is just fine. Take that and run with it. I wouldn't switch from one to the other. Jewel was drive-by cable. Daryl's drive-by-wire. My next one, I don't know what it'll be, but I think if you look at my older videos, if you go back and find, I was running Daryl with the pedal completely outside the vehicle. So I think if you look at Daryl's first start, I had the pedal completely outside the vehicle laying up there on the fender. So it's not like you can't test fire one in the junkyard or anything else. If you have questions, you know, hit us up, hit me up in the comment section, ask, you know, what you need to know. But there's no reason to run from drive-by-wire or do gymnastics to get out of it. So hopefully this helps you out on your swap. Hopefully it clarifies some things. I don't know how many people knew that it's as simple as going in here and saying, you know, I don't know, 8%. And now you have more throttle response. Bam, look at that. So hopefully that helps you guys out. We'll see you next time on The Driveway Engineer. Thanks for watching. And be sure to spend some of your stimulus check on some of my merch, which you can find down below. Thanks, guys. See ya.